What's up, everybody? My name is Chad Sullivan, sponsored by Discraft, Team Underground. This is my what's in the bag. Start with the bag. I carry the pound Carlton bag. Can't say enough good things about these bags. They're super well made, hand sewn here in the US. I believe they're out of Oregon. Definitely hit them up for a bag. Lifetime warranty, and it's just well made. Carries literally everything I could need. I got my water bottle, pockets on the side, carry about 20 discs in here. Got the sweet pins on the front. Can't miss the Yoda down there. That's my boy. Parked, because who doesn't like parking it? And the Chili Open, awesome tournament. Probably the favorite pin I've ever had right there. But the pound bag, man, can't beat it. First, we're gonna start off with the putters. We got my putting putters. They are OG Jawbreaker roaches. Awesome mold, super straight, very reliable, tacky feel, all-weather grip. Definitely my favorite putting putter, and these were both gifts to me, so they mean a lot. This one was from Austin Turner and Chris Chapman on the purple one. Shout out to those guys. Good juju on these. Definitely awesome discs. Next up, we've got the Ringer GT, super underrated mold. Highly recommend checking it out. This is the Soft X plastic. This one I throw a nice touch turnover, forehands and backhands. Super straight if I want to leave it on a nice straight line, but definitely an understable, nice and beat in. Awesome disc. This one right here is the Z Flex plastic. It's got a really nice feel to it, super tacky, flexible. It hits trees and kind of just dies. It doesn't kick off into oblivion. And you can rip on these things like drivers and they just go super straight. If you've ever played with me, you know I throw this thing all the time out at Sockesty, and highly recommend checking out the Z Flex Ringer GT. Next up, we got the Zones. Probably my favorite mold from Discraft. Anybody who throws Zones know you can't replace these things. They are super awesome. This is the ESP plastic. It's got a super awesome puddle top on there. Very overstable meat hook right here. Awesome forehand, backhand. I like to throw a little bit of everything with this. It's the Glow Sparkle plastic in the Zone as well. Nice and straight with a finish to the left on the backhand. Don't forehand this one much, but love backhand in that one. Here you go, Brooks. This one's the Jawbreaker. Awesome, awesome disc. Definitely the favorites in the bag for me. I throw this thing all the time. Forehand, backhand, up shots galore with this. Got this one at the Zone Challenger tournament Chris did. Super fun. Actually got an ace with it during that tournament, and it has not left the bag since, and it has definitely seen some better days, but this bad boy is never leaving the bag right here. Next up, we've got the mid-ranges. Super easy for me. I carry one mid-range. That is the Buzz. Can't beat it. I've got three very different buzzes in the bag. This one is the ESP, super straight, awesome disc. It's got the nice Huck Lab stamp on there. I love throwing this thing all over the place. It's so straight, has a nice little soft finish, but definitely a beautiful disc to have in the bag right there. Next up is the old beat-in ESP Buzz. I think this thing's from like 2008 maybe. It's got this awesome old plastic. They don't make them like that anymore. Just can't say enough good things about this one. Super soft. Use it on hole 15 at Sockesty. It turns over real soft and finishes straight. Great disc. And this one is my personal favorite Buzz, the 3-time Nate Doss Z Buzz right here. Definitely seen some play out there. Had an ace on hole 11 out at Sockesty with this. Great overstable version of the Buzz. Bridges the gap between my straight Buzz and my understable Buzz very well. But I keep it super simple on the mid-ranges. Zone is kind of a mid-range, but the Buzz is definitely the only one that I need. Next up, we got fairway drivers. I carry 3 different fairway driver molds. First up, we got the Vulture. Awesome straight to slightly overstable fairway driver. We've got the Austin Turner one, cool stamp. That one is nice and straight with a soft finish. And then this is my super beat-in. Had this for a while. Both ESP. This one right here I throw actually for some distance turnovers. They have an awesome glide. Haven't found anything like it in a fairway driver. but highly recommend the Vulture. Great, slightly overstable fairway. Next up, we got the Undertakers. These ones are beautiful. Highly recommend grabbing these. These are an awesome mold for disc golfers of all skill levels. These go for forever. They have more glide than I've ever had in any other fairway driver. Super straight turnover disc. This one's my ESP purple. I've had this for a while. It's a little bit lighter, 171 grams. This one turns over really good for me. Not much finish to the left. This one right here is the Socatrol. This one is actually quite overstable for an Undertaker. I love having the two different types of Undertakers in the bag. Very good complements to each other, and this one's really, really straight with a very slight finish to the left at the end on a backhand. Awesome forehand disc too, super underrated. Get me out of trouble really easily if I find myself in a precarious place. Usually go to on a forehand, nice and easy touch shot. Those are the Undertakers. This one's kind of a bridge between a fairway driver and a distance driver. One of my personal favorites, the Machete. Awesome disc. Carry it in the ESP plastic and the Z-Flex plastic. Same mold, two completely different discs. This one right here, I call this, it's like a big Firebird, if you will. Highly recommend checking it out. If you're one of those guys who loves throwing the Firebirds, highly recommend a Machete from Discraft. Great step up from that. This one's awesome. Got an ace out at the third hole of Soxty with this. Can't say enough good things about the Machete. Super overstable, glidey, 10-speed fairway driver. The Z-Flex Machete, this disc right here, if you've ever thrown one, you know that this thing just doesn't fly. There's really no other way to put it. The glide should be zero, less than zero, -4 glide probably. You throw it up in the air and it immediately just wants to dump and die. Love throwing this for utility shots, some rollers. Highly recommend checking out a Machete. It can literally do anything you want it to out on the course. Last but not least, distance drivers. If you play with me, you know I like to throw things far, so we'll grab the first distance driver I carry is the Zeus. This one is a great disc. Paul Macbeth signature disc came out last year. Highly recommend checking these out. Beautiful 12 speed, feels great in the hand. Super straight, you can rip on these, they'll turn for a little bit and then they will fade out. Highly recommend this disc for anybody who likes distance drivers. Next up, we've got the Force. This one's like a super overstable version of the Zeus. I carry two different ones. I like to backhand the ESP. This one's beautiful from the MBO. Look at that swirl, can't beat that. This one's my backhand. Love throwing it, very overstable finish, but they'll go a mile. What's up, Brooks? Next up is the Z-Force. This one's got some cool color shift plastic, very overstable version. I love forehanding this thing. It's got a beautiful forehand flight, turns over real soft, and it's always gonna come back at the end. Awesome purple rainbow stamp on this thing. Had this for a while and one of my favorites. Last but certainly not least in my bag is the Nuke OS. These right here are the beef. These are 100% grade A, USDA approved meat right here. Haven't found anything more overstable that actually flies for distance. I carry it in the ESP plastic. One is the beat-in Mortal Kombat stamp. Shout out to Eric Sepich on the die, man. He kills it. Definitely hit him up for some dies. Here you go, bud. There you go. This one right here. Haven't found one quite like this. It's super stiff. It feels like it's made of concrete. Super flat. This thing, I love Spike Heiser in this. Tombstones all over the place, but this one right here is awesome. Super overstable Nuke OS. That's all I got. Thank you.